everyone, and welcome to Write This Moment, the podcast where we share our writing journeys through every chaotic moment.
We're your hosts, Peyton and
Brittany?
and today we're gonna do something exciting for our 10th episode. Because yes, 10 episodes. I
It's our
know, isn't
10th
it crazy?
episode?
Yeah,
Wow, I
such
didn't
a
know that.
milestone, a big deal, big moment. Um, our bucket list for being writers, authors. This is something that I feel low-key uncomfortable talking about because I am just a baby writer trying to hope and dream. So to put my dreams out there for everyone to see and then
Mhm.
maybe like never hitting them would be really sad. But
But you gotta dream, you gotta be optimistic, you gotta be hopeful, you have to have things that, you're looking forward to, that you're working towards.
I
And,
know I am ambitious.
yeah,
That's what we are. We're both ambitious. So it's things that we have felt for probably since we were small children
yeah,
that
I've been dreaming about being an author since I was, 6.
I
Like,
know. So it's like we all know we feel these things
mhm.
and it's okay to talk about them. And I feel like I heard someone like mention the other day is something from an agent saying like I want them to like say their dreams and like be ambitious because like I want someone who wants a career and visualizes it. So sometimes it feels bold, but I think it's good because you know what? The Tom Hollands of the world, we're gonna like make these things happen.
We gotta
And
manifest. We're
yeah,
putting it out into the
manifestations.
universe.
Exactly. So this
It
is
will
like
come
a
to us.
fun, happy episode, I would say.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
I feel like we were on very different stages, but it's like
We are.
it's still good to talk because you've been where I've been at before,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
it's helpful
Hmm.
to talk about. We will go through some updates first. So, Brittany, do you want to let us know what you've been up to?
Yes. A lot of playing of The Sims 4 instead of writing. If you're my agent listening to this, which I know you are, I'm sorry. I can't help it. Um, I've also still been in the hole of binge watching TV. I finished the originals, and now I'm on
Oh my
Legacies.
God. I never watched any of Legacy, so I have no idea if it's good or not.
It's
You have to let
okay.
me know.
It's
Okay.
it's kind of cheesy. The monsters are a little bit weird. Like basically the whole crux of the show is there's this like portal thing, and these like monsters that have been forgotten in history, and they're just like myths, are coming back. They've all been forgotten. They're coming back. So there's like some weird monsters. There's a dragon, and I was like, this like I'm okay with the vampires and the werewolves, but
A
dragons, it's starting to feel like
dragon.
a different show. We had
Yeah.
Krampus in one of the last episodes, and Santa
Oh.
Claus, and I was like, what are we doing?
Oh
But
God.
I like the characters, and I'm here for the characters. So
All I know about is Hope
yeah, we're
and
following
Alark.
we're following Hope, and we also have the Saltzman twins, so Lizzie and Josie. There's mentions of like Damon and Elena and their kid, but they're not in it. Um, yeah, there's some other cameos of characters, but that's the main.
Okay, wait. How did they have a kid?
Da-
Am I
Damon and
stupid?
Damon and
Yeah.
Elena at the end of
Yeah.
Vampire Diaries. Spoiler alert:
It's
Damon
been so long. What?
Damon becomes human, and they get married, and they have
Holy
kids.
shit.
They have a daughter named Stephanie, named after Stefan.
Holy shit. This sounds like some fan fiction. I deleted that. I deleted that from my memory.
It kind of
Well,
does
that's
sound like fan
crazy. Like,
fiction.
yeah. Like, I haven't seen that season in so long. So that's like, I don't
Yeah.
even know what that is.
Anyways, writing update. I'm sorry. That was like a real showcase of the why my edits have not been going as fast as I want them to because I can't stay on task. I have no idea where I was the last episode because we took a little break by accident. Life got in the way. I'm over halfway through the edits. There's that.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the mid 40s. I don't know if my bullet journal has been accurately updated, so I'm somewhere in the mid 40s. And I have had to extend my deadline a little bit.
Well,
Hmm.
didn't you say she was like asking you if you wanted that? And you were like,
Yeah.
no. So it's like, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. She's totally okay with it. Like, she's a saint, she's an angel. There was also like already a bit of wiggle room from when she was wanting to start working on the edits to when I was like gonna finish it with my deadline. So like there was some wiggle room there. I just love to hit my deadlines and I don't want to ever extend them. I want to, keep on task and do it. But there's been something in the air the past couple of months and I fully blame like Veronica Mars and living in this Vampire Diaries world bubble of like just every night binging TV. And I've just had like a really hard time balancing things in the last couple of months. Like I have no idea what I'm doing with my life at the moment. Um,
It's okay.
Thank you.
We all have
So
those times.
yeah, so like I also feel like I was doing the over dick around thing. If you've seen Set It Up, the Netflix rom-com, there's this thing where
Mhm.
they call it the over dick around thing, where they like think they have all this time, they do have all this time, and so they start like messing around and like wasting time, and end up wasting too much time. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I was like, oh, my deadline's like longer this time. Like I don't have to like work as hard, like go as deep to it. Um, thus me having to extend my deadline. So here we are. Um, but the edits themselves, I would say, are going well. I'm keeping a running tab of things that I'm coming to while I'm editing that I'm going to have to go back to the beginning and work through still. Um, but things are going well. I've had some talks with my agent to brainstorm a couple of things. I was currently stuck on a chapter because I changed something about Maisie's plotline.
Mm.
Like last round of edits was like a lot of changing Christopher, especially in like the back half of the book. And now this round of edits is like Maisie is a big focus near the end here. So we're changing something about Maisie, changing her focus a little bit, which is resulting in me rewriting a scene. And I was really stuck on it. I'm like, I kind of wrote myself into a bit of a hole here. I don't know how to change this scene. So I had to brainstorm with my agent a little bit to be like, oh, what am I doing here? I have no idea. So now we have an idea, and I'm hoping to get some work done today because I was a complete zombie yesterday. Like, I slept like shit. I had no brain power, so I didn't do anything yesterday, which, like, is fine. You need a rest, but I've been resting too much recently. So, I
I
gotta work hard
understand.
today. That's the plan.
You can
Um,
do it.
yeah, because, like, it's not just, like, hitting the final chapter and then, like, great, send it off. No, I gotta read through it again and add more shit and, like, I am determined for this to be the final round of developmental edits, so I need to make sure I nail it so that we can move on to line edits.
Yeah,
So
because I
there's
sense you're fed up with this stage. You're over it.
I'm like I enjoy the revising and I'm really enjoying making this book stronger and better and like I do love this book and these characters and being in this world and I really like all the changes that we're making in this round. But there is a part of me that like is just ready for line edits. I do like doing line edits. I find them like really relaxing for some reason. I don't know. I really just enjoy that process. So I'm excited to get to that. I'm also just excited to like move on, maybe work on something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like in this split feeling where I'm really enjoying working on the edits, but I'm also just like kind of ready to move on a little bit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense because you've been working on this book for a long time.
long time.
Like, I can see why you'd want to like start on something fresh. But you're
Yeah.
so close, so you just gotta keep on grinding and you'll get there. Well, I guess I will talk about what I've been up to. I've been
Yes.
making some steady progress. I think I'm at 23K for the draft 2.
Oh.
Thank you. Some of it I did like pull some scenes that I know like still were gonna work and
Hmm.
I just slapped them in there. I'm like, this is where they're gonna be. But I have been writing some of those fresh, brand new scenes for my act two that I was really nervous about doing. But
Hmm.
it's been going well. I've had a couple sessions where I'm like, oh my God, like this was not terrible. But then I read it later that night and I'm like, this is ass. But then the next day, I'm like, actually, I like it. So it's like, what is
A
this?
lot of ups and downs. I
I
relate to
know
that.
there's so many ups and downs. I don't understand like how a few hours can change my perspective completely on the writing because I've
Hmm.
been really a lot more intentional with the words and I feel like it's been moving slower because of that, but
Hmm.
I'm a lot happier with what I have right now. Like I've 60 solid pages that like I'm not embarrassed by, which is like
Yay!
I know I'm like that's a good number of pages to not be completely embarrassed by. And I even like sent Act 1 to Kaden. And then
Oh,
he didn't finish it. So he is such a flop for
oh
that.
my god, send it to me. I'll read it.
I was scared. I was scared to do that
No,
because
don't
like
be.
you're a writer. But
You're a
I
writer. What the hell?
I know, but I think you'll be more analytical about it than he
But
will.
like, if right now you just need a hype woman, I can be that too. You know?
Okay.
If you
Well, I
just
have a
need like
file.
okay, like if you just need me to like not give you feedback, like if you just need that motivation and that like, cheering to like continue working on the draft, I can be that for you and the edits can come later.
Thank you. I'm like, I go back and forth on it because I've been so alone, like with it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like itching to hear any thoughts, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, just save it, Peyton. Save it. Because I don't know, I'm excited about the Act 1. I think it's way better than what it was.
Hmm.
So it's greatly improved, but still, I'm sure I'm gonna finish this act 2 and then look at it and be like, oh god, I forgot this very important thing that I should have woven. So I'm trying to hold back, but I am just excited in general. I've been like more than I was in draft 1, just like excited to get to the computer. I feel like I was forcing myself to sit down before, but
Hmm.
now, even though I'm writing like some fresh new scenes, it's not as painful for some reason.
Well, that's good.
And I know. And it's not that I never enjoyed myself with draft 1. It's just like way scarier when
Yeah.
you have like nothing. And now that I'm writing with more of a plan than I ever had, it feels less like a waste of time because I just know myself. I just know myself. Like everything goes off the rails, like no matter what. So
Mm.
right now it's not going off the rails, but I still have my fun moments. Like I'll know like the two characters are kind of investigating a mystery, a series of deaths. So together, I got to write like my first new scene where they're interrogating this ghost. Like he just recently died, and my character can
Ooh.
see ghosts. So it was this funny situation where I mean that doesn't sound funny, but it was funny because like my character can see him, but the other character Julian cannot. And he
Hmm.
knows that Ruth can see ghosts, but he's never seen her like interact with one. So like they're all having there's this three-way conversation, but Julian can't hear what the
Yeah.
guy is saying. And it was just fun to play around with that. Like,
Have you
mm,
ever seen the show Ghost Whisperer?
no, but that
I feel
sounds
like
like something I would want to
I
watch.
feel like you would enjoy it. It's from like the 2000s. It has Jennifer Love Hewitt in it. Um, it's one of my mom's favorite shows. Basically, the main character can see ghosts and talk to ghosts, and so the whole show, like every episode, she has to help this new ghost like move on. So I feel like you would really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, that sounds so great. I love
Mhm.
anything ghost related, and I have something else to bring up later that I did ghosty related, but that's pretty much it. Like I'm just having fun with these new scenes because all of them really are just the fun and games. Like I didn't have the mystery planned out well enough to have
Mhm.
some of these like investigations. Like there was just a lot left out, and I'm
Yeah.
getting to add to it now. But I'll start to spiral soon. I'm sure I'll start spiraling. We can move on to our author bucket list, but I know you said you had a statement.
Not a statement, but like I just kind of wanted to talk about like dreaming as an author a little bit and like I don't know, just talking about like how while I was querying, it was really difficult. Like once like I initially started and like the rejections were coming in, like I found it really hard to dream about being published and publication and like all the things that I would normally like sit up late at night thinking about and like dreaming about. Like I remember I would like sit up and just like cry from like the excitement and like the yearning that I felt, like that deep-seated like yearning to have that life of being a published author. Um, and I would get so excited and motivated by it. And once I started querying and like those rejections came in, I found it 10 times harder to dream about being published because it felt like it was never going to happen. And so it became like this really like crushing thing instead of like this hopeful, exciting thing. And I found myself, I guess, kind of like going through the motions to make it happen instead of actively dreaming about it happen, if that makes sense. Like I would be like writing new books to query, but there was not as much excitement there and hopefulness there of one day getting to the publication. And near the end of my querying journey, I definitely was really self-conscious and like really um, I didn't really have a lot of hope or faith that I was going to be published or that I was going to ever get an agent. Um, yeah, like it felt like it was never going to
It's a
happen. And
gut
so
punch.
yeah, and so like I never spent any time thinking about the things that I wanted because I felt like it was never going to happen. And so it was too hard to think about and dream about, which was really difficult because, like I said earlier, like I've been dreaming about being an author since I was like 6, and I would write stories. And I remember, I can't remember if I've talked about this on the podcast already, but I remember in grade 4, my teacher had like this little assignment for us where we had to um, like print out a picture of the person that we wanted to be when we were older. And we would put it on this wall as like motivation. And I printed out a picture of Barbara Park, who wrote the Junie B. Jones series. And I was like, I
Mhm.
want to be her. I want to be an author. Um, and so like I've always dreamt about this. And so to come to this point where like I genuinely started to feel like it wasn't going to happen when my entire life I was like, it's inevitable. Like, of course I'm going to be an author. So it's just really difficult. And I think that now I have an agent, I'm filled with some more hope. I'm still kind of reserved about it a little bit, and still deeply terrified that it's never going to happen. But I'm obviously like one step closer. And it's so nice to have like an industry professional in my corner, not just friends and, family saying that's going to happen, but an industry professional who believes in me and is going to like help me and do everything that she can to help me get published, has been really nice. And so I think that's why I'm so excited for this episode and like sitting here like planning and dreaming about what I want from my writing future has just been really nice. It's a really nice like breath of fresh air to be able to dream about things again.
That is good. I am
Yeah.
a pessimist.
Me
So
too. Like,
it's really hard to
yeah,
let yourself dream.
I'm like in the middle of like an optimist and like a pessimist. It kind of just really depends on the day. Because like a part of me does feel like it's inevitable. Like, of course, like I've been working my entire life for this. So like a part of me can't envision a future where it doesn't happen. But then of course I do have all that fear and like bad querying experience to also be like, it's never gonna happen. Like you're not that lucky. You're not that good. But it could happen and I'm really hoping that it does. And it's just kind of nice to, in the last however many months since I've gotten my agent, to be filled with that hope and dreamingness again. Like it's been really great. So I'm excited for this episode and to kind of just talk about all the things that are maybe some more attainable than others, just all the things that I would love to happen if I were to become a
Yeah.
published author. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I believe. I feel
I
like I
believe.
believe harder for other people than
Yeah.
myself.
Like I remember like coming out of Author Mentor Match and having this writing group of people that I was in the program with and just reading their books and knowing deep down that they're going to make it. And like have no doubt in my mind that they're going to do amazing things. And I wish that I could feel that way for myself and like have that kind of belief and faith. But I think it's a lot harder because we're the most critical of ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like we know that we have some talent. I
Do
think
we?
inherent, we know that. I don't feel like we would still be chasing this like so obsessively if we didn't feel deep down that we had something like something about us is meant to do this.
Yeah, like
And
I do feel that like there's nothing else that I am meant to do in my life. Like there is nothing else that I am as passionate about as books and writing. And like a lot of the times the actual act of writing is not that fun for me. Like drafting
yeah,
sucks and like it's really hard and I'm obviously riddled with self-doubt. But like I can't not do it, you know?
the feeling of having written is that's what I chase.
That's what
I
I
feel
always say.
so good. No, but those moments where you just fully like lose yourself within it and like
Hmm.
you're not even in this world anymore. Like that.
Yeah, you're
Those are the
possessed.
moments that I'm doing. Yeah, literally, just like my characters, I'm possessed, you know?
Yes.
So, but for me, I feel like I call myself a realist more than anything because,
Mm,
like, I weigh the optimism and the pessimism because I just know so many people's experiences being negative, but then you see the other side of it, like people that end up having these crazy experiences that were just normal people too. So it's just like, how do you, how do you know?
yeah.
You
I
know?
want to share a crazy story about um one of my like mutual writing friends, Birdie Shea. I don't know if you've heard of her or her book. It's
I
coming
think so.
out in May, I think. It's called Smash or Pass. It's like a volleyball romance
Oh,
book, and
I
I'm
think I've seen that.
so excited.
Yeah.
I met her through Kaylee, and she loves Maisie Peters and is so inspired by Maisie Peters. And she went to a Maisie Peters concert recently, and the first copy of her book that she signed, she gave to Maisie Peters. And I just
Oh,
thought that was
wow.
crazy.
That is
Like,
crazy.
what a bucket list, like, dream moment to happen that, like, she's just a regular person. And she was able to give her book to her, like, favorite musical artist. And I just thought that was so cool.
That is cool. I
Yeah.
feel like something that sometimes makes me feel better is a lot of like well-known authors like live where I live for whatever
Oh,
reason.
yeah.
I don't know why. Like, because I moved here, I used to live like an hour away. And then I moved here. I'm in the capital of North Carolina, Raleigh. So I guess everybody's here for some reason. So some really awesome writers like Tracy Dion, Kennedy Ryan. I'm blanking on other people right now, but there's a bunch of people,
Hmm.
and it's like they're just normal people too. I literally swear to God, I saw Kennedy Ryan at Hobby Lobby the other day. Because I've met her before, but she
Hmm.
wasn't like dressed up like you normally see her. She just looked, normal.
Hmm.
And I was like, I swear to God. And like I about ran her over with my cart too. I didn't mean to. So I was not gonna say anything because I think I
How
about killed her.
embarrassing. Jesus.
Yeah, but like it can happen to anybody, so why
Hmm.
not us? You know, so
Exactly.
I'm gonna try to be a dreamer in this episode, but
Me too.
I'm so hesitant. Like I don't even tell that many people that I'm like writing a book very seriously because a
It's
lot of
very
people will say they're
vulnerable.
doing it. Yeah, like it's so weird. And then if someone asks you what it's about, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to share with you.
Yeah, because like everybody, like I love writing. I want to be a writer when I'm older, and I would like share my like writing with my parents and like do all of that. And I've become a lot more reserved with it as I've gotten older, much to my mother's chagrin. She's very upset that she's not read any of my novels, and I'm like, when it's published, when it's like as good as it can be, and it's done and it's out of my hands, that's when you can read it. Sorry. Um, like it's kind of sad that like as you get older, you become more reserved and like scared and like filled with all this doubt. So I think today should just be a day where we allow ourselves to dream and be excited and be hopeful. And I'm excited for those vibes.
Well, let's just do it. Let's
Let's
start it.
just do
Let's
it.
stop being
Yeah.
negative.
Yeah.
Me, I need to stop being negative. Who should
Okay.
start? I know your list is way longer than mine.
Yeah, like I texted you and I was like, why am I forgetting everything that I've ever wanted? And then all of a sudden I just like had
I
a
know, you
page and a
sent me
half.
that page and I was like, it doesn't seem like you forgot.
It just
Like,
I think it's
what?
because I stopped letting myself dream about it for so long that I even forgot the things that I wanted. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
at the top of my mind anymore. So, but I do have a hefty list. So I guess I can start because the first couple of things are things that I've already accomplished, but I wanted to put it on the list to feel better about myself. To be like, I've already done something, you know?
Yeah.
So the first two were to query a book and to sign with a literary agent, which obviously, thankfully, I have done, which is really great because that is such a huge step. And I still can't believe that I've done it because I spent so long in the query trenches and it felt like it was never going to happen. but I did. And so like that's something that I dreamed about doing, and it's like people always say like if you think about like your younger self, like what would they think about where you are now? And like younger me would be so proud and so happy. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not fully where I thought I was gonna be by this age, but like I still did the damn thing. And
Mm-hmm.
there's no time limit on your dreams coming true. And I'm proud of myself. And so I wanted to just kind of put a couple of things down that I've already done. It's kind of like when you make a to-do list and you put something you've already done for the day down so you can like cross something off right away and
Yeah.
feel accomplished. That's kind of what I was doing with that. So, yeah, query and sign with a literary agent, which thankfully I can tick off the list.
Yes. Well, obviously, that's one for me too, because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
But I started even before that, like, write a draft that I'm genuinely proud of. And I
Yeah.
would want people to read, like, widely,
Hmm.
which have never accomplished this. Like, I may be feeling better about what I'm doing right now, but it's still not ready in any capacity for anyone to
Yeah.
read. So I'm excited to be able to do that. Like,
Hmm.
it sounds small, but I want
It's
to have
not.
something. Thank you. I want to have something that even if nothing ever went with it, if someone, I pass away and someone found it, they wouldn't hate it.
That's what nightmares are made of, Peyton. You're not allowed to die.
Yeah, we
It's my
all die.
biggest fear that an online friend's gonna die and no one's gonna tell me.
Someone would tell you. I'm
Someone
sure
better.
somebody. Yeah.
Kaden better tell me, or your sister. Like somebody's gotta tell me.
I would hope someone would go on my like social media accounts and just be like, she's dead. The bitch
I
is
better be
dead.
told. I better be told personally before it's out for the public.
Yeah, that would be cruel.
Oh my god. Okay, I can't. I'm gonna spiral. And we said we were gonna be positive. What are we
I
doing?
know. I always take it
It always
into a
comes
weird
back to death.
place. That's why I'm writing horror. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm the romance author here. I gotta be the optimistic, happy, joyful
mm,
one. Yeah.
yeah.
So my next two kind of go together. Go on submission with my book to editors, and then from that, get a book deal. Get a book deal. I want one
Hmm.
so bad. I want one so
Yeah,
bad.
I know. They just be giving it out to some crazy people sometimes. So I think, I think you're gonna get one.
I hope so.
I'm not trying to be a bitch, but like seriously, how many bad books are there
Oh my
on
god,
the
Peyton.
shelves? I'm saying the truth. I feel like
The
your book
drama,
is
the tea. This is scary. Oh no.
no, but for real. I mean,
I
we
didn't use AI to write my books, so I'm already above other
exactly
people.
exactly. There's a place on the shelf.
Yeah. I also didn't write fan fiction about a certain magical book series, so
Oh.
I'm ahead of some people.
Oh my God.
The
Yeah.
tea. What's wrong with us?
We're
Okay.
not being very positive.
We need to stop. Okay, go to yours. Next one.
Obviously, you already said get an agent. I also would like an editorial agent, someone who could
Yes.
work with me because that's how I feel crazy right now. I feel like I've been staring like at this thing so alone and I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm doing. So it'd be nice to have somebody like you said, like a professional that
it's the
does this
best.
for a living to be able to pick it apart and
Yeah.
like make sure every scene is being utilized to its best ability because I don't want it to just be there and bore people. I want every scene to have a purpose. So
Hmm.
that would be helpful. And one of these days, hopefully in the
It
next
will
couple of
happen.
years, I can have that.
I feel
We'll
it so
see.
deeply in my bones, like I've said. Like, I believe in you and I believe in my friends so much that there's no universe where it doesn't happen for you?
Thank you. I feel like I don't know. I don't want to ever rush it
Yeah.
because my fear is to like be too excited about the book that like I start submitting it or sending it off to people and it's not ready. So
Yeah.
it will happen hopefully when it happens.
Yeah. Okay. My next ones are like the rest of them are basically now like when I have a book deal, when I'm a published author, these are the things that I would like to happen. So the next one is get a blurb from an author that I admire on my book, which sounds so awesome, but so terrifying because that means that you then need to send your book to those people. And I, like, what if I send it to them and they don't like it? That's embarrassing.
I
That is scary.
bet that there's authors because they become colleagues. They
Yeah,
blurb in books and may not fully mean it sometimes.
I have no idea. I don't know how it works, but like, I'm scared. And
Yeah,
like,
that
I don't
definitely is
even
scary.
know. I don't even know like who it would be. Like, obviously, I'm gonna ask like my friends who write in the genre. Like, I'm gonna ask Kaylee. You know, so like that could count. But I think it'd be even cooler to get it from somebody that I don't personally know and like doesn't have any ties to me. Um, so I don't even know who that would be. But any romance author that I love, I suppose, would be amazing. It's just it
Mhm.
sounds like a very like a, something that like I would be really excited to do and like obviously I'm dreaming about it, but it's also like scary. And I know a lot of authors talk about how absolutely terrifying and like low key embarrassing it is to like ask someone to read your book and blurb it for you. Like that's a weird
Yeah,
thing to do. It's scary.
but you have to do it yourself.
I think so. Or like you
Because I
ask your
was
publisher.
thinking that
I can't
like
remember.
the publishers would get other people that they publish.
I can't remember what I've heard, but it's either you have to approach the authors, like send them an email, or you tell your publisher like a list of people. Nikki, if you know and you're listening, can you let me
Yeah,
know
it
who to call
seems
this now?
so interesting.
Yeah. But either way, scary. Either I have to do it personally or the publisher does it. I still have to put it out there who I would like to do it, and that's terrifying.
Oh. The thing is, if they said no, it's probably just because they're busy.
Yeah, but what if they
It's
start
nothing
reading it
personal.
and then they don't like it?
They probably wouldn't let you know.
I hope not. I hope they would just come back and be like, sorry, I didn't have time. And I'd be like, that's okay.
Yeah,
I
I
don't need
feel
to know
like
that you
that's
don't
what they
like it.
do.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Though even for books, like if I didn't give it a 5 stars, I can say something that I liked about it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do.
I would just love on the front cover of my book to have a blurb from an author that I love and to see their name along with mine in one little space.
Yeah.
Like, how cool.
I know there's some people that like their debut and they somehow get like someone like Stephen King. I think the You book, I read that all those years ago when it first
Mm.
came out, and it was blurred by Stephen King. That was one of the reasons I was like, "Oh, this is
Yeah,
cool." Like that's
like
a big name to
sometimes
put
it's
there.
like, oh, like if this person likes the book, then like maybe I will too. Like it's always just
Mhm.
fun to like I always love looking at blurbs and just seeing what authors are there. It's a lot of
Mhm.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I also want a book deal. Yeah. I have
That's
some more
that's what we're
thoughts
here for.
later, but yeah. And it would be extra nice if it's like a respected publishing house that could actually market the book and get it into stores. That would be nice. Because that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people that get published and then the bookstores don't buy them. Like, this is so annoying. You make it through so many hurdles. The negativity is coming back out. I'm so sorry.
We gotta stop. Only
I'll
positive
shut up.
vibes, Peyton.
I'll shut up. I'll shut up. What's your next one?
Um, the next one is hit a bestseller list. Now, this is one of those potentially more unattainable ones. When I used to make author bucket lists as a wee child, I would say specifically the New York Times. The New York Times means a little bit less these days because we know that it can be rigged and like it's not necessarily like,
We all know Handbook for Mortals.
no.
That was
So
crazy.
that was crazy. So it's just kind of general. Any bestseller list would be fantastic. Again, a bit more of a like a stretch. I'm not gonna be brokenhearted if it doesn't happen, but like how cool
Who
if it
wouldn't
would.
dream?
Yeah,
Because a lot of people think every book I see has New York Times bestseller. I'm like, that's because that's the book you saw. You're
that
not
pisses
seeing
me
all the
off.
books. I know, I'm like,
The,
it doesn't take much thought for
my
to see that.
sibling is someone who says that, and I'm like, okay, but once you hit the list once, every book you publish after that is gonna say that you're a New York Times bestselling author. That doesn't mean that every book hits the list. It just means that
Yeah.
that author has hit the list in the past.
I
you
know.
know? And
Yeah.
also, like, all the books that they're probably seeing are those big splashy ones. They're not seeing just like, the mid-list books that are on the shelf. They're seeing those big splashy books that are like being advertised
Yeah.
everywhere.
Or they'll
Um,
be on display, like front and
yeah.
center in the
So
store.
every time my sibling says this, I'm like, it just means that they've hit the list before. It does not mean that that book is a bestseller unless it specifically says that that book is a bestseller. Like, calm
Yeah.
down. You don't know
Yeah.
the publishing industry like I know the publishing industry.
No, it's a common misconception, like
It
with a
is.
lot of people. But recently, like a lot of people will hit it several books in. So it's like
Mhm.
just because you didn't get it with that first one, you
Yeah.
could be building up towards, oh my God, towards it.
Yeah,
So
like
it could happen at any point of your career, really.
like V.E. Schwab. Her
Yeah.
first few books didn't do, that amazing. Like they did okay, but like she didn't become a huge author until like quite a while into her
Yeah.
career.
And now
So
she's one of the biggest
yeah.
fantasy names.
God, I
So
adore
she's
her.
such a legend. Oh my God.
Amazing.
I love her.
Her books are just all right here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that was also one for me.
I feel like
Obviously,
we're
I
gonna
feel
have a
like,
lot of like
yeah.
overlap.
Yeah, some of my later ones are different, but
Mhm.
who doesn't dream of being a bestseller? Like, if
Yeah.
someone says they don't, they are lying. I don't understand. Because that's just like a huge, huge thing for anybody to like do, and not everybody will do it. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
It's pretty cool. My next one is to have a launch event for my book. Ideally would do this for every single book that I publish, but I'm gonna specifically just talk about like my debut. I think it'd be so cute to like either do an indie bookstore or my local Indigo, which I do work at, so I feel like that's a nice little route that I can do. Be like, just nudge
Hmm.
my manager and be like, hey,
Help me.
um, host me. Which I'm sure they would because they love me. Um, but yeah, like just have like a cute little launch event and like have cute little like book themed like snacks or something and like have this is actually one that's later on the list that I guess I can just talk about right now. But I had have a friend moderate an event. And so in my mind, because she lives here, I'm thinking Kaylee Holford.
Hmm.
Moderate my launch event. I'm dreaming big. I'm manifesting. I've got the whole event planned in my head. Okay, like I've been thinking about this for years, and this is one of those things that like I stopped dreaming about while I was in the trenches, and now it's kind of like coming back. Like invite my friends, my family. I always dream about signing books, and like I created my author signature when I was 18, and it was like drawing it on everything. Um, and so like I really dream about like a launch event where I just get to like sit down with one of my best friends and just talk about my book, and you better fly out and come see it too. Um, and then also, I guess to go with that, like I also want to do a book tour, which is becoming less and less likely because book tours are not a huge thing anymore unless you're like a huge author. And I think I've heard that like a lot of authors now have to fund their own book tours,
Oh
which
God.
is crazy. So if I were to do it, it would probably be more like local but do some sort of book tour just because like I said it's always been a dream of mine to just like sign books and like meet people, which is crazy because of my social anxiety, but I would love to do that.
I was gonna bring that up because that's something that I think is cool as well. Like, I want to do that, but also I'm at war with my anxiety. Like, this sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, but you want to like have these big moments to celebrate your accomplishments. But I even
Yeah.
feel this way about like getting married. I am terrified to be the
Yeah.
center of attention. I
Mhm.
and like the thing is everybody wants to get attention, but also I'm at war with like being utterly horrified by having
Yeah.
attention.
Mhm.
So, it's like I want those things for myself, but I won't let myself have them, but I
I know.
think we all deserve, even if you don't get like a book tour or something. I feel like when your book comes out, that's such a huge, thing that took so many years and so much effort. Like, we got to do something. Go
You
out
gotta
to eat.
celebrate.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
something. Sign a few books. But I
Yeah.
think my fear is like
No one showing up.
no one's showing up. Because you see those posts
Yeah.
when people are like, no one showed up, but then everybody uplifts them. So that's always nice
Yeah.
to see
That's why
that.
I'm saying, like, friends and family, which is bold of me because I hate talking about writing with my friends and family. I find it so nerve-wracking and like vulnerable because they know me. Like it's different than talking to strangers about it because like you don't personally know me. You got no stake in the game here. But talking about with people who like know me intimately, it's like that's scary. But like, to do that and then also have it at my local Indigo, like if no one shows up, I got my coworkers there.
That's true.
So people I know will be there.
I feel like I'll be more inclined to talk about my writing with people if it was to be published, because that's
Yeah.
something people take more serious. But
Hmm.
throughout my life, telling people I'm a writer, telling people that's like kind of the end goal, like, yes, I went to college pursuing other things, but like this was always the plan for me.
Yeah.
Um, People do not take it serious. And it's like, where do you think these books are coming from? And all these books that inspire movies and stuff, like somebody wrote that. Like there's so many writers out there. So why is it weird for other people to aspire to do that, you know? Because if I didn't read, I don't know who I'd be. I
Yeah.
could be such a loser. Literally, what would I be doing?
Yeah, I'm passionate about nothing else. That's a lie. But like my biggest passion is books. And so like I
And
truly like in alternate universes, I have no idea who I'd be. Like
it's so weird
absolutely
to
no
think
clue.
about. The people that don't read or watch movies, I'm like, what do you do?
My
Like,
dad,
I don't understand it.
my dad has no hobbies. He watches movies and like YouTube and stuff, but like he has no real hobby. Like he's retired now and he just sits his ass on that couch all day.
Honestly,
Like
my mom doesn't have any hobbies either.
I don't I'm like, you need a hobby. And he's like, I hate hobbies. And I'm like, how do you exist? And he's like, I'd be content just sitting here staring at the ceiling. And I was like, what do you
Oh,
mean?
whoa. The things my dad has hobbies, they're just very different from mine. He's a bodybuilder. He just got
Yeah,
his personal, what is the word? Personal trainer license,
yeah.
like
Like he's got things going on.
golf. Yeah, he keeps himself doing something. But like the
Yeah.
people that just scroll, and I'm calling you out, mom, you're not listening to this, but you need to do something with your life. Don't just scroll.
I know, like my dad likes cars, but like to work on your core, like the weather's gotta be nice. Although now they've made room in the garage to put their car, so he could do stuff in there. But like that's truly his only like interest outside of like horror
Interesting.
movies. My next one is to do a pre-order campaign. I know that it's most likely going to come out of my own pocket. So when I get a book advance, I will be setting aside some money to do a nice pre-order campaign because I love participating in a good pre-order campaign. Get a cute bookmark, a
I
cute
love
art
a
print,
bookmark.
like just do something cute, a nice signed book plate. Oh, that's what dreams are made of. Just sitting here
Yes.
signing stickers, like yes, please. Let me put on a
Mm-hmm.
show, let me put on an audiobook and just sign my little signature. That's what
Yeah.
I want. That is the life. Um, so it is my dream to do a pre-order campaign. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I've like been thinking and dreaming about that for years and like what I would do and like yeah, definitely bookmarks and art prints. Those are like my that one book plates. Those are my top three that I would have to do.
I love a book plate because you still get that signature. I've even
Yeah.
had them do it where they can personalize the book plate. I'm like, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like,
I
no, I
have
didn't
so
get to meet
many.
you, but it's like still something.
I have so many from Becky Albertalli. I've got some from Aiden Thomas that are
I did
personally
too.
signed.
Those are so cute. Like, from
Yeah,
my memory, the stickers are really cute. I
yeah.
loved it.
And like Aiden Thomas, I know for his second book, also gave out book plates if you pre-ordered for Cemetery Boys. So that was
Hmm.
nice because I did not do a pre-order because I don't think I knew about Cemetery Boys until it was like coming out. So I missed out on
Yeah.
a pre-order campaign, or maybe they didn't even exist, the book plates, until Lost in the Neverwoods. I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
but very exciting. I love a good book plate. Becky Albertalli. never fails. I always get a book plate from her.
Yes. I was gonna mention this later, but I went to a book signing recently, and I
Hmm.
love when they give me like cute little things.
Yes.
So this lady that wrote a ghost book that I'll mention later, she gave me a little ghost. It's
Stop.
it's a purple. She says it glow in the dark, and she said if it starts glowing for me, that means the ghost in the book has found me.
Oh my
I was like, I
god.
love that.
And it's purple, which
Yeah.
is your favorite color?
Yeah, she asked me what's your favorite color, and she had
Oh,
like a
okay.
whole bag of these, and I
Perfect.
thought that was so cute as someone who also like is writing about ghosts.
Did you
I will
tell her
mention
about
her.
that?
Yeah, I
Oh
did.
my god. Amazing.
So, yeah, she actually
Love
wrote in
that.
my book. This is a spoiler for later, but she wrote in my book, Peyton, so great to meet another ghost fan, boo,
Oh.
and drew a ghost.
Oh my god, I love that. That's also like a thing. Like I want to have like something that I always like doodle or like write in my book. Like if Wim Tim gets published, like I'd love to just like draw music notes or like little cameras or something. I think that'd be a lot of
Yes.
fun. Um,
Becky Albertalli drew me Simon in my book.
yeah, she's done that before.
I
I've never
think it's
met
so
her,
cute.
so that's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
cool. Huh. She's one of my like dream authors to meet. I freaking adore
She
Becky
is awesome.
Albertalli. Speaking of like goodies, um, and like being given things at book signings, that is another thing. Like I would love to have like the bookmarks and like things. And Sophie Sullivan, who is Kaylee Holford's mom, adore her. She always has like little like friendship bracelets at her events.
Oh,
She also always without fail has Starburst, and I adore her for that.
oh,
I always get a good little pink Starburst when I go to see her.
oh. I like
Brings
the
me
red
joy.
ones. The
Oh, I
red
like
ones
them
are my
all.
favorite.
There is not
Yeah.
a bad Starburst. But I always know I can count on her to give me a good little Starburst.
I haven't
Like I
had
said,
one in so long now that I think of it.
I went to her event for her book You Make It Feel Like Christmas last year in September and had a couple of Starburst and it put me on this kick of Starbursts and I just kept buying some. Like every time I was out, I would buy a package of Starburst.
Oh
It's
my
all her
God.
fault.
It's serious.
It's so serious. But yeah, just like cutesy little things. Like I would love to just sit there and like make bracelets for my book and give those out. I just made some Hannah Montana bracelets. That was fun.
Yes.
Um, yeah, just give out cute little things. Speaking of book events as well, ever since Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings did their book tour for Zenith back in the day, can't believe how long ago that was, by
I
the way.
know. How long
2018.
ago?
That was
2018?
2018.
Oh my God.
Whoa. That was one of the last big book signings I went to. I think it was that and Victoria Aveyard for Warstorm. I think those were like the
Mhm.
last actual book signings that I went to that were like big. And Angie Thomas. Maybe it was Angie Thomas
Oh, I
actually.
love Angie.
Me
I've
too.
met her
She's good.
several times. She's so good.
Oh, she's amazing. But yeah, ever since they did that Zenith tour, they had a copy of Zenith that they would let everyone sign. That's been a
Oh,
dream to like have a copy of my
yeah.
book that people will sign. So like I get to sign your book and then you get to sign my book. Like how
Oh my
cute.
God.
I'm
I
such like a
yeah.
nostalgic like keepsake person that like I would just adore like at my launch event to have people sign my book. How
I feel like I've
cute.
only seen one person do that, which is because I've been to several book festivals
Hmm.
and I've only seen, I feel like one person has done that, but nobody else is doing that. And that is such a
I've
good
seen a
idea.
few people do it. I can't remember off the top of my head besides Sasha and Lindsay. But I
It's a
know that
great
there's been a
idea.
few people who have done it, yeah. Like how cute.
Especially if
I'm
it's like your first one.
yeah, that's what I'm
Like
thinking.
that is, I'm keeping that with me. Maybe
Mhm.
I'll forget by the time I get there, but you can remind me.
Yeah, like I know that they had like one copy of the book that they brought to every single tour stop. Um, and I just think it's like the cutest idea. So that's something else that
Yeah.
like I've dreamt about since 2018. But
Especially
I've kind of
because you
forgotten
get
about.
author copies. Like
Yeah,
they'll just have so many of them. And I never understand that. Like maybe I'm stupid, but they'll just have a wall
I
like
want that.
30 billion. I mean, I love it. I just think it's
That's on
funny.
my author bucket list. Like I've got that bookshelf across from my desk that right now is held for childhood books. I want it to be my books. That is my
Hmm.
dream. I
Wait,
just
I
want
just had a thought.
happiness. Yes,
A
share the thought.
crazy thought.
Share it.
Because something that I often have is like, you know, when a book becomes really popular later, but
Mm,
it had like a first edition with a way different cover, like these
mm,
editions that people are searching for now. I'm always searching for copies like that. I just found
hmm.
a cool one. I'll let you know about that.
Ooh,
But I want to have a book like that where people are like
stop.
hunting for it, you know?
And
Like,
it's
oh, I
like
really,
so expensive on resale websites.
yeah, like that's how you know you did something when people are fighting in the Hunger Games to get that book. It's that serious. But
That's
I have
so
something
funny.
I found. I don't think you've read it, but The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake
Um,
was originally self-published,
yeah.
and I've seen those copies go for a lot. I found it. I found it for like $10, so I grabbed it.
Yeah.
I always
Amazing.
liked the cover. Like I thought it was really aesthetically pleasing, and I've started the book. I've never finished it because my dog ate my copy, and it upset me so bad I didn't finish it. So it's nothing
Your dog
about
always
you,
be doing
Olivia.
that. Your dog always be doing that. Ate
I
your signed
know.
The Hate You Give.
Yes. I know. At least I
Ugh.
finished The Hate You Give because that could have like
But wasn't it
kept
like a
me from
signed
finishing
first
it.
copy? Like,
Yes. Yes.
ugh.
Yes.
I
It
remember the
still
devastation of that.
upsets me. I even told her and she probably doesn't remember. But I was like, my dog ate this book and I'm so upset about it, so I have to
Yeah.
replace it.
It's so
But it
funny.
was not like a first edition, so but yeah, if
Yeah.
my dog eats my book in the middle of reading it, I usually don't finish that book. So that's what happened to the Alice 6.
That's depressing.
I know, but now I got this cool self-published copy. I'm like, maybe I read that one. Like, see
Yeah.
the differences or
The
whatever.
OG.
But yeah.
Um, oh, I was gonna say something. Um, but yeah, like I would just love to see somebody like wanting to collect different editions of my book, which goes into a couple of my like bucket list. Like I want a special edition of my book, in whatever form that is. Like if that's like sprayed edges or just like a different cover, like bonus content, like just to have a special edition, which are more common these days. Like every book is getting a special
I
edition.
know, so like we got a
Um,
chance. There's a
we got a
chance
chance.
now.
But like, how cool would that be? Like, I collect favorite editions or multiple editions of my favorite books, like Wonder, Addie LaRue, Anna Green Gables. Like, I want someone to love my book enough to want to buy multiple
Yes.
copies of it, or like to go on that hunt to find the special copy. Like, I have an Arc of Cinder by Marissa Meyer. How cool!
Whoa.
Like, right?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Oh my
No.
god, I found it at a used bookstore and I didn't realize it was an ARC. I just like thought it was like, oh, I've
Whoa.
never seen this cover before. So like I purchased it and I was upset afterwards because you're not allowed to sell ARCs. So I was kind of upset that I paid for it, but at the same time I'm like I don't regret it. I think it was only like
I would have bought
$6.
it.
It's fine. Yeah.
That's
Um
crazy.
but yeah, it's on my shelf. It's normally displayed, but it's not at the moment. But yeah, like how cool.
My next one, this one, is a big goal. This
I'm
is a
excited.
big goal. This is one of those like more realistic goals because yes, I'm dreaming. I, in my heart, believe one day I'll publish a book. Who knows how old I will be,
Hmm.
and will I ever be a full-time writer? Who knows?
Yeah.
But the hope is because I have a full-time job, I have things going on. But I have student loans that are
Hmm.
just thousands of dollars just like sitting there. And like, the current pace that I'm paying those back right now, it is gonna take literally a century. It's never going to go away because the interest. So I like currently have not hit it pretty much at all. And I've been graduated for 2 years now. So I've
God.
seen a couple, I know, I've seen
You're
a
so
couple
old.
other, I know, oh my God. But I've seen a couple other writers like post about how they're like a few books in and like, oh my God, I finally paid off my student loans like with
Mhm,
my author like funds, their advances or whatever. And I'm like,
mhm.
that I feel like is a realistic dream for me. Like
Yeah.
that would be so cool because yes, I get my salary, but I use that to pay my other bills and my
Yeah.
life.
To
But
just
this,
exist.
for it to like just go to that huge lump sum, that would be so relieving for my life.
I bet. I
Like,
need
because
that for
it's
you.
such a weight on you, and it's like
Yeah.
I was forced to go to college, like essentially by all of the adults were like, you can't get a job. Why can you not get a job with the degree too? A lot of us can't get a job with the degree. So
Mhm.
it's not good in America. It's not good out here.
I'm so
So,
sorry.
yeah, so I would love to pay that off. So one day, come
You will
on,
do it.
sell them
I
books,
believe in you.
Peyton. Thank you.
Uh, my next one is very similar to book tour signings. Attend a book festival or a book convention as an
Yes,
author.
yes.
Again, very anxiety inducing. Oh my God. But how fun.
Yeah.
How fun. I haven't even been to a book festival or a book convention as a reader. So like that would also be nice.
I'd be
But as an
so,
author,
yeah. Like, that's such a, I feel like a culture shock. Like, because I've seen other people go to them, like, as readers, and, like, the next year they return, like, as an
like
author.
Haley Dennings,
Yeah. I
love
was
her.
there. I was there for,
I'm so jealous of you.
it was
So mad.
cool. It was really cool. And I wish we had more time because them things are crazy and like they're on tight schedules. So like
Yeah,
they as soon as they finish up, meeting people, they're off to like go to a panel or whatever. So
yeah. Raquel
wish I could
Marie,
have.
she would always go to Y'all
Yeah.
West, and now she goes as an author. How fun. So yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
dream.
definitely cool. But I'm like, what are those author parties or like get-togethers like? Because I know they have them, and I'm like,
And they go
what
to
it?
like dinner together.
I know they do it, and I walk past them, like I see them doing stuff, and I'm like, I'm just
I
like
just want to be a
looking at
part of
them
the
like a
club.
creeper. I know. Oh my God.
I want to be with them. Uh,
Yeah.
I want to be where the
It's
authors
actually
are.
funny because I was last Yelfest, I was at Blue Bicycle Books, which is the bookstore
Whoa,
that funds the event, and
nice
they do,
alliteration.
I know, and they will have all the authors like sign a bunch of stock in there. So I was
Hmm.
sitting in one of the chairs, and I was like pretty certain like the person I was sitting beside was an author, but her book hadn't come out yet, so I didn't know who she was. But I saw her face, and I was like, she looks like one of the people that were like on the website. I
Hmm.
didn't know who it was. Well, little did I know her book like hit number one best selling. Like I was just sitting beside this girl.
Oh my God, who was it?
Ah, God, what is her name? I think her book is called A Set for Villains, a stage set for villains. Shannon J. Spahn,
Ooh,
and
I might
like
know what that is.
her book has blown up recently. It kind of reminds me of Caraval.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
So
talking about.
yeah, so I think that's kind of cool that
Yeah.
I knew I was sitting beside someone, but like I didn't know for sure to be like, "Hey girl, like who
Yeah.
are you?"
Tell me about your
But
book.
it's cool cuz she was I think she had an arc drop for the first time. And I'm sure that's cool to attend one of those like no one really knows you yet, but like you're about to enter that world. And then boom, she hits number 1. It's crazy.
Wow.
And her book is new adult. So I found that interesting. This was the first time that Yofas made like a moment for new adult books. I was
Mhm.
like, this is cool because I write new adults. Like I
I
want to
apparently
attend.
do too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I love these festivals, but they're specifically for YA, like at least Y'all West and Y'all Fest. But other people, they'll show up if they have like V Schwab has shown up because she has some middle grade in YA, but she usually does adult. But I'm like,
I
dang,
love her
I would
YA.
love to attend. Yeah, I would love to attend, but I'm like, right now I'm writing this like new adult, but like maybe they're
It's
opening
possible.
they're opening the
Floodgates.
horizons, I guess. Yeah. I kind of already touched on this, but who does not want to be a full-time writer?
That's
Okay.
on mine too. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I like remote work. I have a
Yeah.
remote job, like mostly remote job. So the lifestyle is for me. I like being alone.
Me too.
I want to be alone. And I really can lock in on a project. And it would just be really nice if I could truly do that with my books one day. That is the dream, the goal. Is it the most easy thing to accomplish? No. That's why I'm I'm looking at it first, like, get them student loans.
Yeah.
Get them student loans, and then maybe one day that could be something. But my
Yeah.
only hope is I do live with another person who pays the other half of the bills. So I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe it could happen at some point.
Yeah. It depends on like your situation. Like I'm very lucky I live at home with my parents still. I don't
Yeah,
have that many financial responsibilities, bless them. They're amazing. So like I do feel like it's
it's
potentially possible.
possible. Yeah.
Um, I don't think I'd want to do it like right away. Like I'm not gonna get a book deal and like immediately quit my job because I do like my job and I like the people that I work with. And honestly, it is kind of nice to get out of the house every so often. Um, so I don't want to like give that up right away by any means.
Hmm.
But I think like one day it would be nice to have that kind of stability. Because before I got this retail job, I kind of was like I wasn't making money, but I was writing like full time at home. And I really enjoyed it. I felt more freedom to do what I wanted to do. I felt more balance in my life in terms of like reading and authortube and like writing. Whereas now it's like everything kind of has to be scheduled around my work schedule that I do not
Same.
have full control over. So
Same.
I'm a
That's my
control freak.
thing.
I like controlling my
Me
time.
too. And I have so many interests, and my boyfriend tells me every day, like, you can't do every single thing every
That's what
day.
that's what he said when we were like, we're gonna start a podcast. And he's like, do you have
I know.
time for a podcast?
I know. And I'm like, I probably don't. That's why we keep getting late. But at the
Yeah.
same time, this is a hobby, so it's not
It's
that
so fun.
serious if we're
Yeah, we're
late
not
sometimes.
making money off of this.
I know. So, like, do it when we can do it. That's how I feel about my YouTube these days, too, because I
Yeah.
just cannot do everything. And I am taking my book way more seriously. And because of that, my videos are not, like,
Yeah.
gonna be a thing. But, and that makes me sad, but it's like, what do I care about more? Being an influencer or, publishing a book one day? Like, that's
Yeah.
what would make me the happiest. So,
I wish I
that's,
had time to do everything. Like I wish in a
yes.
single day I had time to binge watch TV, write my book, read a book, do my crafts, do my bullet journal. Like I have not done my
Play
spreads,
The Sims.
play The Sims. Um, I have not done my spreads for April yet, and it's driving me
Oh,
nuts.
wow.
But I need to prioritize. Like I have to edit a video today because I forgot
I
about
need
it
to edit my
yesterday.
video.
Yeah, and then I've got to work on my edits. Like, when am I gonna have time to do anything else? I don't know.
I know. And like then you gotta refill your creative well.
Yeah, and you
And
gotta
I
have
try
time
to let
off.
myself do it. Yeah. My time off is playing Fortnite with my boyfriend and my sister. Cause that's just like mind numbing. Like I'm just shooting people up. Like I
Yeah.
mean, what am I doing
In The Sims,
mentally?
it's me killing Sims. Oops, sorry. I have got a whole
Lead
thing
them
going on
to
right
death.
now. Yeah. I also downloaded Extreme Violence, but I think I'm gonna delete
Uh,
it because I like having the control. I want to work hard to kill the Sims, I don't want to just
don't
press a
make it
button and they
easy.
die. Yeah. Like I thought
Hmm.
it'd be kind of fun to let my Sim be able to do it. Because that's kind of my story is that she's killing these Sims, even though I'm playing God and I'm doing it. And honestly, I think it was more fun that way, so I'm gonna delete the extreme violence. I
Whoa.
also had a dream that three of my Sims got murdered because other Sims can also do the extreme violence autonomously. Like it's not just my Sim. So I had a dream that three
Oh.
of my Sims got murdered, and I was like, "That's too stressful. I can't do this."
Yeah,
Um,
'cause then who do you have left?
yeah, and
They're
then
just
like
gone.
my Sim's husband saw her kill somebody, and he got scared of her, and I was like, "I can't have this." I also got far too into trying to like create my storyline and like have cheating Sims and then kill them and then try to get the other like children to like take care of the baby and they didn't. But I didn't
This is
realize
a
that they
true
didn't.
soap opera.
I know because I was in my murder basement.
Okay,
Um
Joe Goldberg.
yeah, and so the baby got taken away and so I ended up not saving the game because I didn't want the baby to be taken away. So the murder actually never occurred because I did not save it. So we're fine. We can start over.
Whoa.
Anyways, my next one is to go on a writing retreat.
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
am so jealous of all these authors who go to like these cozy little Airbnbs, these cozy little places, and they do like their fun writing together and they go on like these dinner dates. I want to do that.
I do
I've been
too.
dreaming of doing that for so long. Like me and you, how cute would we be on a little writing retreat?
I know. Where would we go?
I don't know. I think a haunted house would be fun. Or like a
Whoa.
haunted hotel.
Yes, that book, it just reminds me of this book, Kill Creek, and it's all these
Ooh.
horror writers. They
Hmm.
do a writing retreat at this haunted house. I haven't read it, but I'm like, that is amazing. I need to
Yeah.
read that.
I
So
would
that can
love
be us.
I would love to go to Oregon. That's like my favorite place.
Oh,
We go to this place called Seaside. It's this beautiful seaside town, and it's just so calming and beautiful that I would just love to do a writing retreat there.
I
Or
do love a
PEI.
beach.
PEI would be
Hmm.
like I'd have to be rich because that's an expensive trip. So like to go there
Yeah,
just to work is a lot. But it was so beautiful and so inspiring because of Ella Montgomery. So
I bet.
yeah, going to writing retreat.
Yes.
That's like an ultimate goal. But I need the finances to be able to do that.
I
And
love the
the
authors that
non-anxiety.
do it every year.
Oh
Because I just went to the El Casamano signing,
yeah.
and
Love
she
her.
and Ashley Elston and Megan Miranda, who write thriller books,
Hmm.
they have been friends since the beginning of their author careers. And every year they go together and they all live in a very like different place, but like they are I mean, they're like this. They came up with Finlay Donovan all together. Like that was from their Panera like
Yeah.
lunch together.
Love
So
Finley.
I'm obsessed with them. I do too. I
My
love those
my
books.
store still doesn't have it in stock and it's
That's
driving me
crazy.
nuts.
I have it. I have it over there.
Oh,
It's so pretty.
we have them on order. They just haven't come in yet. I'm hoping Monday because I have a shift, so I'm hoping Monday so I can pick it up. Um, yeah, I love watching like the authortube vlogs of like the authortubers going on a little writing
Yes.
retreat. So
Hmm.
cute.
Another one of mine is to have someone annotate one of my books. Because I
Yes.
annotate books, or even just like tabbing up a book, when I have done that and authors see it, like they
They
want to
get
take a picture of it, you
they get
know?
so excited.
And I get it,
It's
because
so
like that is
wholesome.
cool. But it just also, I'd be like, what is it? Like, I want to see
Like
what you tabbed.
I would spend too much time sitting there reading everything.
Yeah,
And
it's
yeah,
fascinating.
I'd be a nosy Nelly. Um, yeah, like I remember I showed Lindsay Cummings my tabbed up copy of The Murder Complex, and she was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And then I remember Kaylee, um, when I saw her back in September, it was her first time, like our first time seeing each other since her book had come out, or one of our first times, because the other time was like an event just for her mom, and I was like, it feels weird to bring your book. Like, I want this to be about your mom. But this last event was for the both of them, so I felt more comfortable. Um, so I brought my annotated copy of The Last Love Song, and she was like, "This is the first time that I've seen my book annotated." I was like, "Oh my God, really?"
Mhm.
And so she was looking at it, and like I did it in all like cute pastels, and it was like so cutesy. But yeah, like whenever I annotate a book, I love to like send a picture. Like if it's a friend, I love to show them a picture. Like I did The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. I went crazy. I doodled in there, and I showed it to her, and she loved it. So yeah, you're right. That'd be so cool. I should have put that on my list. I'll add it to my list after.
Do it.
I will. It's so cool. I put tagged in a positive book review because I know it's inevitable that I'll probably get tagged in a negative one, but I would love to be tagged in a positive review or like just like a positive like a bookstagram photo of like a really aesthetic shot or something. Like I think that'd be so
Yeah.
cute.
People are ruthless out there, tagging with all of them. And
Man,
honestly, I don't think I would mind even if it was like a 3 star. Like I wouldn't be
yeah,
offended. I think it'd be cool, but I don't know.
it's
People be
weird.
tagging for all of the ones. Oh, I said have a book signing and not die.
Oh yeah,
Because gosh,
not have
like
a panic
I
attack.
want that for myself, but also I feel like the buildup of going and
Yeah,
like, are people gonna show up? Also, I'm so weird and awkward. Like, what do I say?
yeah. But I think it's like helpful to know that they're probably also like just as
Yeah,
nervous because I know how
yeah,
I feel being on that side of the table of like going to meet an author. So we can just be all be awkward together, you know?
I know. I definitely always get nervous before I meet someone, even if I know what I want to say. I'm
Mhm.
still nervous. I'm like, wonder if I trip.
I will never forget when I met Cassandra Clare, and I was so awkward, and she was like, "Who's your favorite character?" And very stilted and awkwardly, I was like, "Alec and Magnus, and Alec and Magnus together. I love them so much." And I was just like really weird, and I was like, "Okay, it's fine."
Oh, I'm sure she's seen a lot weirder things.
Yeah, and like which
Since.
is weird because like Alec himself is not necessarily like a favorite character, like he is, but like I think he just came to mind first because I was like Magnus. I love Magnus so much, and then
I
I
know.
do love that. I
Magnus
think
is
I love him as a
awesome.
couple more than I love them separately.
Yeah, because I need to reread those. It's so good.
I'm gonna reread The Dark Artifices before The Last King of Fairy comes out.
Yeah, does that come out this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my
Yep,
God.
yep.
Well, now I have to reread that.
I would love fan art of my book.
Hmm.
How cool. Like I got art commissioned from my book and that in itself is cool, but like it would be so fun to like see what scenes a reader connects with so much so that they feel the need to draw it.
Yeah.
You know, like I love when Marissa Meyer like has her like fan art Tuesdays, fan art Fridays, probably fan art Fridays, like where she always posts like fan art of her books. I'm like, how freaking cool to like touch people like
Hmm.
that, that they take the time to like express themselves creatively on something that I
Yeah.
created. Like,
It's
how
such an
cool!
honor.
Such an honor.
It's probably
Um,
so surreal because, like we always say, it's so solitary writing these things. So
yeah.
for it to one day open up to that extent is like, I don't even know how they deal with it. I'd also be just scared, like, oh my God, everybody's seen everything that's in my horrible head.
Yeah. To be fair, I just remembered, I'm pretty sure Kaylee drew stuff from, was it just The Show Must Go On or was it also Reasons Why Not To? I don't know, but Kaylee did some little doodles from my book, so that could technically be fan art.
Mhm. That's true.
Wow. We love Kaylee in this house. I did not write this one down, but it occurred to me while you were talking for some reason. But to earn out my book advance.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, I think it's my dream to get a book advance that, like, is a nice amount, but not, like, a crazy amount that, like, earning out is going to be impossible. Like, I want, like, a nice,
Yeah.
sizable advance where, like, yay, money, but also is realistic to earn out because that's when you start earning royalties. And I would love to continue making money off of my books, you know?
Yeah.
That's the
No,
goal.
the safety of that, I think,
Yeah.
probably makes a lot of people feel good. I was just thinking about it. Like, I was thinking about John Green specifically because he doesn't come out with books a lot, but I'm like,
Oh,
how is that Fault in Our Stars doing? Like, are people still buying it? I have no idea.
probably.
I know, so I'm like, he's probably set for like forever.
And like he
And the
does other
movies,
things too, but he has like those nonfiction books coming out. That's like what he's doing at the moment. He's
which
had a
I think
couple.
those are great.
I haven't read them. I
I
I
haven't read
don't
them
have an
either,
interest.
but I have
Love it
them.
for him. Of course you do.
He has the brain for it,
He
you know?
does.
So I feel like they have to be awesome. I've heard they are awesome. So I
Yeah.
got both of them for when I'm in the mood, which I'm not.
Amazing.
Not right now.
Okay, so the next ones all go together. There's three that connect. So first off, self-film rights to my book.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
But then second, actually have the movie or a show be made. Because obviously
Yeah.
you can sell the rights and then it doesn't get made. Although
Yeah.
honestly, I know a lot of people their only goal is to like sell the rights and like they don't actually care if it gets made because once that once they expire, you can sell them again. So you just keep getting money without like actually having that fear of the adaptation
Whoa.
coming out and failing. So some people like actually just want that to expire without it actually getting made. But I would
I didn't
love to
even
have,
think about that.
yeah, I would love to have an adaptation made. And then to tack on to that, visit the set of my adaptation. You know, I want to be
Hmm.
close with my actors, which, again, social anxiety. Who do I think I am? I don't
I know.
know. But, like, since so many things film in Vancouver and I do set my books in Vancouver, like, I feel like that works out quite nicely.
Hmm.
And visit the set. How cool would that be?
Hmm.
Yeah, so those ones all go together. Amazing. Is it likely to happen? Who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows?
Who knows? But I would love that. I would also love if it was in theaters.
Yeah.
but that feels less likely by the day. Everything's on streaming, which is
I
also fine.
know.
But I like a theater experience, you know.
I do
But
too.
anyways, okay, I've got a couple that are about seeing my book out in the public. So the first, most obvious one is to see my book in a bookstore. I mean, come
Mm-hmm.
on, who doesn't want to see their book in a bookstore,
Yes.
right? But to go off of that, there's a couple more like niche ones that feel sometimes even more exciting because they have such limited stock that they carry. So like to see my book in an airport would be so cool.
Um,
Like I love looking at a good airport like little bookstore section and to like see what books they're carrying because how cool. Because they have such limited
mm-hmm.
stock, such limited selection. That how
Yeah.
cool that yours would make it. So I think that would be fun. And then also see my book like in a Target or a Walmart would also be very
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
I feel like
always in a
everyone
Target.
wants I feel like everyone wants your book in a Target. I'm in Canada, so like Walmart is my option. But both would be very cool because I also love looking at a Target book section. So
Yeah. Yeah, that was one that I think I accidentally skipped over, was to see my book in one of my local bookstores. But that'd just be cool
yeah.
because, well, also so scary. I keep coming back to the scary. I love to go to a bookstore and like be incognito. Oh my God, I can't speak. Incog.
Incognito.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
that's what I mean. So when I used to work at a bookstore and then I stopped, I have never returned to that bookstore. And it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with those people. I just like the
People
anxiety of
people might know
returning
you.
after
Yeah.
so long. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to say.
I know. Like I don't find myself going to my bookstore anymore when I'm not working because I'm like
Yeah,
everyone knows who I am.
yeah. So if you become like an author that signs books there frequently, as I know some people do at some of my local bookstores,
Hmm.
I'm like, you can't just go there
Yeah.
anymore and
We're
look ugly.
like that's the place where like you are considered a celebrity. Like that's
Yeah,
celebrity status. I love when
yeah.
I see authors who are like, someone's reading my book on this plane or on this train. Like, do I say something?
That's another thing is like seeing someone out in the wild reading it. Like that has to be
Mhm.
the craziest feeling because you
Yeah.
didn't
Or
force them
like,
to do it. Like they found it themselves. It's
yeah,
crazy.
organically amazing. Maybe be nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards.
Oh yeah,
Is it called the Goodreads Choice Awards?
I think it is.
Yeah, I was second guessing. I was like, am I mixing this with like the People's Choice Awards or something? But yeah, for the Goodreads Choice Awards, like or just like win an award in general would be kind of fun. Um,
Yeah, have that sticker on your book.
yeah, can it be on my bucket list to not have stickers on my books, or to only have stickers that can come off nicely? Can that be a
Yeah.
goal?
The only thing I accept is like a big award that's like very prestigious on
Yeah,
there because it looks nice.
it's like looking for Alaska. Doesn't it have like two big ones on there?
I think so.
If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Okay, I've got a couple more, so I'm gonna try to go through them quite quickly. Um, have an also buy page in my book, like at the beginning where it's like books also
Oh.
buy, because that would mean that I have a career. I'm not just a one
Yeah.
book author. It means that I've got multiple books.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so that's a big dream is to have a page dedicated for books that I've published. Um,
Yes.
because then I'm not just a one hit wonder.
I know that's a good point.
Yeah. The next one is to publish a book in each age category. I would like to be an author who writes everything. I feel like the one that is the furthest away would be middle grade. I want to
Yeah.
write it, but it's not a huge priority. My agent does not represent middle grade, so she would have to do further like research to figure it out. Um, so that one's much lower on like my tier of priorities, but like young adult, adult, new adult, that would be great. Would love that. Because
Hmm.
I love authors who write all sorts of different things, like V. Schwab, Lynn Painter, authors like that. Like it's just so much fun that they like to see how their writing changes depending on what they're writing. So I would love to be one of those
Hmm.
writers. Plus, then you can have more book deals and more money.
Yeah. I also want to have the freedom to switch genres because I am
Mm,
interested in horror and fantasy. Like I
yeah,
do, and there's other writers doing that, and I'm like, that is so cool. Like I want to do
yeah,
that. I feel like they can you can have a horrific fantasy, a dark fantasy. So
Mhm.
I feel like that is me. I want to do
Love
that.
that. I can see that for you so clearly.
Thank you.
The last one that I will mention is to have arcs from my book because I know that that is no longer a guarantee. Not every author gets an arc. Um, but like I said, I want a bookshelf full of my books. And what will make that fuller? Arcs.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah, so I would love to have arcs for my book. I think that would be so cutesy patootsy, and I want to be one of those authors who films a cutesy little unboxing of my arcs and being like, "Oh my God, see my
Yeah,
book for the first time," and have it be an arc. I think that'd be so fun.
I know. It's sad that they don't do that as much.
I know, depressing.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, arcs. I love a good arc. And it's like a collector's piece. Like I love having arcs for some of my favorite books. Like I have the Counting Down with You arc.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
and I cherish that thing. I also have the
Yeah.
arc for Addie LaRue. Cherish that thing.
That is a cool
Um,
one.
Lindsay Puckett's books. I cherished those. Um,
Oh,
yeah. So I love it. I love a good arc. I think they're so fun.
I have the Cruel Prince. I think some people would kill me for that.
Ooh,
It didn't
exciting.
even have the cover yet. So,
Right. I remember that.
yeah, I do feel that was a cool experience because I read it before it became a thing. And I think my
Right.
review was like, I think this is going to be the next big thing. And it was.
Oh,
So,
how you predicted the
I
future.
did. I did.
Wow. Anyways, that's the end of what I'm gonna share. I have more, but
Okay.
we've been talking for a lifetime.
Those have been a bunch of our bucket list items. All the things that we're dreaming about. There's always more. And I think this was a nice little chat to dream
Yeah, I
and
feel
be more
hopeful
optimistic.
and inspired. Like, I want to go work on my edits now, but I have to edit a
Yeah.
video first.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna try to write today, but will I be eating food and playing Fortnite for the rest of the night?
Who
We'll find out.
knows?
We'll find out. But before we go, we wanted to just talk about what we've been reading currently. I kind of brought up what I was reading throughout this, so I feel like I would do us a disservice to not actually discuss what the book was and the author
Yeah.
because she was so cool. So, A New Lease on Death by Olivia Black, the same publisher of the Finlay Donovan books, published this one. So recently I went to the El Casamano signing. My cat is on the desk with me right now. So if something happens, it's her fault. Look, it's her
Oh,
tail.
not the tail.
Yeah. She likes to step on my keyboard. Don't do it. And the other day, she was standing here and slapped me in the face. And I'm like, you're on my
Amazing.
desk.
What a
On
diva.
my desk. She really is. But this book is lots of fun because this is who moderated the El Casamano event. Because we love Finlay Donovan is killing it up in this house. The sixth book just came out. So super excited. She's playing with my ghost. It's mine. Don't touch it.
Maybe she
Um,
knows something we don't. Is it
maybe.
possessed? Is
It
it
probably
actually?
is because this is a ghost book, but it's like a cutesy mystery. So pretty much the main character Cordelia, she died.
Oh,
She died and she has been living in her old apartment as a ghost. Well,
damn.
Ruby is like much younger than her, moves in after her because the apartment was really cheap because she died, in the bathtub.
Oh my God.
So but Ruby knew that someone died, and as soon as she moved in, she felt a presence.
Presence.
So
Ooh.
she kind of like eventually figured out, like, oh my God, Cordelia is in here with me. And then someone else in the apartment place literally dies and like in a really weird way.
Oh
So the
my.
ghost, Cordelia, and Ruby, the still alive person, they are gonna work together to solve the murder. Because Cordelia also doesn't understand her death fully either. So it seems like something weird could be happening. And it's just interesting because they can't communicate with each other. Like she can't see her. So
Ooh.
she's having to interact with like the world around her to try to get Ruby to understand, but Ruby's not understanding what she's saying.
Well, I feel like
So
that's very unique. I feel like
it
normally, like, you
is.
can see the ghost.
Yeah,
That's
and it's
fun.
a series. So
Whoa.
there's death at the door.
Wait, that's a hand on the first cover. I see it
Yeah.
now. It looked like a bird feather, and I was like, "Where's like
Oh,
a bird wing?"
oh.
Can you
But
see?
there's a
Okay, I see it
third
clearer
one.
now.
There's a third one coming on October,
So
and it
pretty.
is very like the writing style is a lot of fun, and I recommend it. I'm having a good time with it, so I made sure to buy the second one, and I
They
got
look
them
good.
both signed. They are, and she drew
Oh,
another ghost for me,
that is so
so
cute.
so cute.
Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed.
What are you reading?
I am reading a multitude of things. So I'm listening to an audiobook currently. It's Liza Minnelli's memoir that came out recently. It's
Oh,
called Kids Wait Till You Hear This. So Liza Minnelli is Judy Garland's daughter.
oh,
Um,
your obsession continues.
it does. And I knew this was coming out at some point this year, but I kind of forgot about it. And then I was at work one day and I was like just looking through our website because I like to know what's going on. I like to look up like what's coming out that week. If I'm just up at cash and nothing's going on, I like to be informed. And I saw that this had come out and I was like, whoa. And then I requested it as an audiobook in my library and they got it. So I got it right away and I was so excited. So it's basically her just like telling her life story. That's what a memoir is. Um, and it's been very interesting to hear things from like her point of view in like regards to Judy Garland, her mother, because I read a Judy Garland biography,
Mm-hmm.
and it talked about Liza Minnelli obviously and like her reaction to certain things. So it's kind of nice to get her personal account of like her relationship with her mother, which could at times be like kind of complicated and like competitive a little bit. Um, and then like on her death as well, like in the audiobook, Judy Garland has passed away recently. And so it was kind of interesting to like hear it from her POV and kind of everything that went down with that. um and I also like don't really know much about Liza Minnelli outside of Judy Garland. So it's kind of nice to like learn more about her. It's narrated by her, which is like my favorite thing ever.
Yes.
So it's nice to hear it from her as well. So like after this, I might try to listen to some Liza Minnelli music and maybe watch some of her movies, to kind of get more acquainted with her. Because she's quite interesting. She's quite funny. She's quite snarky. And I'm kind of obsessed. So I'm
That's
35% of
good.
the way through that, and I'm really enjoying it so far. As for my other books, to kind of piggyback off of the Liza Minnelli, I'm also reading The Making of the Wizard of Oz by Jean Harmetz. This is a book all about the making of the 1939 film. So there is an Oz historian that I follow on TikTok, and she said that this is like one of her favorite books that she loves to reference for facts about the Wizard of Oz. And so I bought it off Amazon. I'm very excited about it. I'm not that far into it. I'm only on page 25, but it's been very interesting so far because we're like very early on in the process. Like the next sections are like the scripts of the book. Um, but it's been very interesting because the set of the Wizard of Oz and like everything that went into the creation of this movie was so crazy. Like it's honestly a shock that this movie was able to get made with like the amount of directors that they had to go through and like the amount of problems
Mhm.
that they faced on set, like recasting and accidents and like all the things that happened. So crazy. So I'm really enjoying it so far and I'm really excited to learn more about it. I am trying to annotate it. So far, I've just been underlining things because I don't know what I want my like highlighting system to be. I always feel that when I read a nonfiction, I'm like, I don't know what I want to be like paying attention to and like what I want to be marking. So right now,
Yeah.
I'm just underlining. But there's also pictures inside, which I'm enjoying. So yeah, lots of fun. The author of this was like able to talk to a lot of people who were on set because this came out like a long time ago. This is like an anniversary edition. So
Oh.
it first came out in 1977.
Oh wow.
Um, so a lot of the, well, not a lot, but like people from the cast and people who worked on the movie were still alive at the time. And I believe she was a, like, I think it's a person, a person. Oh wow.
I
I,
hope it's a person.
I believe it's a woman who wrote this. But like she was friends with Margaret Hamilton, who played the Wicked Witch. So the foreword is by Margaret Hamilton. Um, and so like they had like first person accounts from
That's
the movie,
cool.
which is very interesting. Yeah, so I'm enjoying this. I'm just like not in um like I don't want to be exclusively reading nonfiction right now. So like
Yeah.
between the audiobook and this, I'm like I feel like I also need a fiction. So the other day I picked up a fiction book, and I only got I think one chapter into it, but it is Seeing Other People by Emily Wibberley
Mhm.
and Austin Sigmund Broca. So we're both reading ghost books right now because basically
Oh.
these characters are being haunted by their exes.
Oh.
So yeah, they are both being haunted by their exes. And they like go
Oh.
to this like support group for humans and their haunters. And then while
Oh.
trying to get their exes to like move on and leave them alone, they end up falling in love. And I am so excited.
Oh my God. I
Um,
haven't heard of that.
they're like two of my favorite authors. And I love that they're now like trying to get into like a little bit of like magical kind of vibes. Those are my favorite kinds of like little like
Mhm.
paranormal romancy books. It's bringing me a lot of joy. They're just killing it. Like they're gonna have another book come out this year. Like I think they maybe will have 4 books coming out this year,
Oh
and they
gosh.
have like a
Do a lot.
baby. Like I don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah, and
Maybe it's
they're
because they
married.
co-write. Yeah, maybe it's because they co-write. Maybe it can go a bit faster. I'm not sure how that works. Um, but they have their books, and then they also have like a fantasy series that they're doing with another author. So it's 3 writers writing a book.
Whoa.
Crazy,
I don't
crazy,
know how
crazy, crazy.
you balance three
I
different people.
I have no idea. I think they have like one Google Doc that they all like simultaneously work in. That sounds chaotic to me,
Yeah.
but it seems to be working for them. But yeah, so I'm 1 chapter into this, but I'm enjoying it so far. Um, because like the female main character Morgan is being ghosted by her ex, but they only ever went on 1 date together, and
Oh
he also
God.
like does not remember anything about his life except for his date with her. And she doesn't know
Oh.
anything about him because they went on 1 date and she is not like a relationship person. She's just kind of like a casual dater, just looking for the sex, and not like no strings attached. So she doesn't even know his last name. So like he knows nothing about himself except for this date that he went on with her. And so he just kind of like haunts her apartment and like low key prevents her from getting laid, which is kind of really
Oh
funny.
my God.
Yeah, like she's like about to go out on this date, and then he just like keeps like haunting her closet, so like she can't get like the
A
rock
cute
climbing
look.
boots that she needs. It's hilarious. So yeah, I think I'm gonna really, really love this one. I'm only, like I said, only 1 chapter in, but enjoying it so far. I love their
Good
writing. I
vibes.
love their books. I've never not liked one of their books, so I'm having a blast. I just need to find time
Mm,
to read amongst. Like I think
I
after I
feel
finish
you.
Legacies, I need to not pick a new show to watch. Like I need to do
No,
like a rewatch of something that's like very casual because I've been so deep in my binge watching game this year that
you have.
I need to stop. I need to stop. And to be fair, I think I'm gonna be in a bit of like a like I don't know what I want to do with myself after I finish Legacies because I've been stuck in the Vampire Diaries world all year. Um, that I think nothing will be able to fill that hole anyways. So it'll be nice to
It'll
take a
be a
break.
hangover for real. Thank you guys so much for listening with us again. We obviously have a lot of dreams. But if you have some wild dreams that you're really hoping and working towards every day, let us know about them. If you have any questions for us, please leave them down below and we will answer them for you guys. But that is it. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.